Thank you. Thousands of years ago, the magnificent and beautiful Garden of Eden was created. Now, in that garden grew the most splendid and amazing variety of fruits, vegetables, nuts, herbs, grains, and spices. And oh, I can just imagine the abundant variety of tantalizing assortments of colors, shapes, sizes, flavors, and textures. Hello, if you're anything like me, you love to eat, and you love to eat well. But if you're also like me, you not only want your foods to be healthy and nutritious, you want your foods to be succulent, tasty, and bursting with great flavor. Did you know that you can achieve all of these wonderful elements in all of your meals, from breakfast, lunch, dinner, and oh yes, my personal favorite, dessert? Well, you can, just by using foods found growing in your garden. Come with me, because we're about to explore vegan cuisine prepared within your means right now on Eatin' Good. Welcome once again to Eatin' Good. I'm Red Jackson.
And I'm Debbie Carroll.
And as you guys can see, we have a special guest,
Lucy.
And Lucy is part of our prep team, but Lucy is also a non-cook, very much of a non-cook. And she's here to assist us with the cooking today. So we're going to do that.
But we want to know what's up with the get up here, Red.
Because you said it was going to be chilly in here today.
Oh my gosh, Red, we are making chili. Chili.
Okay, I knew that. I did know that. Seriously.
No.
I'll just take this off.
Give me that thing.
Oh, not take that off.
Here.
We're making chili.
Yes.
That's right. All righty. Well, so Lucy, you're going to be helping us out because we know that you have some issues with cooking. You probably don't even know where your refrigerator.
I discovered my refrigerator.
Did you?
I did. I did.
Lucy.
But we do have a surprise because I was here to help, but I'm actually going to make chili and cornbread for you today.
You're kidding.
Yes.
Oh my
Now,
God.
you know what this is?
I'm even shocked
You
myself. I really am.
It's going to be edible.
It is actually.
Oh my
It is.
Man,
God.
don't try to kill Debbie. We need her back here.
I know.
So I actually get to go and chill in the audience.
You do.
Wow.
You do. And I'm going to have a special surprise at the end with chili.
I'm so afraid. I'm scared.
Guys,
Okay.
This is
It'll
going to
be
be
okay.
interesting.
It'll be okay.
Okay,
right.
I'm going to go chill, man. Look, don't burn my pots.
Okay, I will.
Okay?
I won't.
Burn me. I'm trying.
Okay, so we're going to start with the chili.
Wow.
We're going to use tofu as our protein, our hearty protein substitute.
That's fine.
So
Okay.
we're going to spice up the chili by making a spice mixture. So
Okay.
Fred, if you could go get the tofu.
I will get your tofu.
Typically what we do with tofu, or what I do with tofu, I freeze it overnight so it changes the texture. And as you can see, the texture of the tofu definitely changes. It looks spongy.
More spongy.
More
than normal.
spongy than normal, right. And so this just allows all the flavors to like just get into the tofu. So we're going to put this to the side.
I'm so shocked that she knows this.
I am
You've
too.
actually been.
I've been doing my homework
Wow,
because
okay.
I have to do that. So we're going to put a quarter cup of water in this bowl.
All right.
We're going to add some liquid amino, which is a vegetable protein. Aren't you surprised I know that?
I'm very surprised you know that. Because,
I am surprised too.
Because that is something that I discovered that is has much less sodium than regular soy sauce. Much better for you, and it's fermented, which is also makes it a lot
Right.
better for you.
And this also gives the tofu, you know, a nice color and also a nice flavor. We're also going to use like a natural peanut butter.
Now, the
Can you
peanut
believe
butter.
it? Peanut
I'm
butter.
a little surprised about that. What
I know.
are you using the peanut butter for?
Again, the peanut butter is another extra, you know, burst of protein that we'll need.
yeah.
Mhm.
Wow.
And again, you know, it also makes the dish, you know, stick to the tofu.
Okay.
It'll just give some
Does it-
fullness and body.
Oh,
to
so
the
a little
tofu.
bit more of a heartier type of flavoring. Okay.
Ooh, okay,
I can
this is
see
getting
that. I
kinda-
can see where you're going with
Getting
that.
kind of gooky here.
All right.
Alrighty, so
I'll
we
take care of that
just,
for you.
I'm going to add some onion powder. I'm going to take some cumin. Sorry for my reach, and I wouldn't typically do this here at home over my...
That's right, because we know you normally don't reach for anything in the kitchen.
Anyway, we'll ignore that comment. We're going to ignore that. So we're going to put a little bit of onion powder in here.
Okay.
And there you go. That's about a quarter teaspoon of onion powder. And we're going to do some garlic.
Okay.
A little bit of garlic. This is a garlic powder that I'm using as opposed to a garlic salt because we don't want all that sodium. And then we're going to use some cumin.
Now, I love the way cumin smells.
Oh.
It can just open up, you know,
I know.
any type of dish. It's just,
I know, it
That's
does.
a good stuff.
It is a good smell.
It's very
I do.
good.
I like
I love
it
the smell of it.
So we're going to do that. We're going to whip this mixture up in here. And then what we're going to do, we're going to take the tofu and we're going to crumble it into this mixture. And it's going to bake so it has like a ground, for lack of a better word, a ground meat flavor or a ground meat consistency.
Okay.
So we're going to take this tofu here and we just crumble it. Now what I did with this tofu, I drained it. So after, after you put it in the freezer, then you take it out of the freezer, let it thaw, and then you even push more of the water out.
Yeah, and you can obviously use either paper towels or a heavy skillet to press it down and make sure you get out all the excess water, because as you know, it's all tofu mostly is packaged in water. So you don't want all of that. You want it to make sure it's pretty dry. And as Lucy said, that you can see the texture is a lot more spongy and a little bit heartier as opposed to just coming out of the package.
Right, and it's really going to absorb all these flavors, and that's what you want. So we're just going to use maybe like 1.5 pounds of this tofu in this mixture. So Red, if you could start prepping the cookie sheet.
I will do that for you.
Thank you, ma'am. And we're going to put this on a cookie sheet, and it's going to go into a 350-degree oven. And it's going to bake for about 20 minutes or so. But first, let me just make sure, I'm getting kind of messy here. First, we're going to just like mix all this stuff up to get it really coated. And you'll see that it changes from this, you know, off-white color to more of a cafe au lait brown type of color. And then when you put it in the oven, it's going to get even more golden brown, so it'll look more like
ground turkey kind of
yeah, I guess it's more of a ground turkey kind of look.
Because it definitely is not
it's not going to be
dark enough to the beef.
Exactly. So it's going to be really tasty. And if you could just smell this, because of the cumin, it actually does smell really, really good. I do. Very good.
Yeah, I like the way that
smells. It looks kind of scary, but you know, it's good.
But again, you know, when you're talking about substituting and having your protein put in most of these dishes, obviously most chili is made with ground beef or even the ground turkey, and you have, you know, your cholesterol that you're trying to watch. Again, the tofu will give you that exact protein that you need in your diet.
Exactly. So I'm going to wash my hands because you see.
Why don't you wash your hands? It's kind
of messy. And then if you can put that on the.
I will do that. So you can see it has a crumbly consistency, and we can just. If you want to crumble it more, that's fine. I kind of like lots of chunks in my chili. Get that all out. It smells so good.
So
very, very good.
Red is doing that. I'm going to start working on the chili sauce, the base of this chili.
Okay.
Which is really interesting too, because a lot of fun flavors and spices. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this onion, so when Red gets back, we are going to have her play with a toy. I like gadgets. I'm a gadget person, and that's the only reason why I get into the kitchen. And it's because of gadgets.
The fact is you don't use them actually. She just likes to collect them.
They look good. They do. They kind of like just spice up your kitchen. They really do.
They do.
We're going to use this fun little gadget, because I don't like to chop up onions because they make you cry, and this little fun gadget allows me to like exercise actually, because you know you're never mind.
That's about it. Okay.
Anyway, so if you can like just chop this
up,
up,
chop it up and do that.
We're gonna put some onions in here.
Use your gadget.
Right. And so, want me to show you how to use it? You know,
I think that I got it. Yeah. Just chop it up. I get it.
That's it. See, and look, it chops it.
It's amazing.
But I'm gonna use this knife so I can chop up some of the green pepper. So we're gonna use a green pepper.
And what's nice is that we're using, for this purpose, we're using the white onions, but if you're interested in using other types of onions, feel free to do that.
So all of this is going to go into the saute pan, and we are going to saute the onions, and we're going to saute the peppers together.
And that releases the flavor of the onions and peppers, so that again, when it goes into the entire mix, it's bursting with all of that lovely flavor.
Exactly. So we're going to slowly coat the what do you call this?
It's called a pot, Lucy.
That's right. It is a pot. I know it is a pot.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. Just wanted to see if you knew.
Yeah.
I knew it was.
And it's found in the place where you store your extra clothes.
Closet?
In the kitchen.
Oh, the kitchen. Okay. Oh yeah, that thing that has like a sink in there.
Yes,
right.
That's right.
Yeah. I saw that the other day when I was walking out.
It's okay, sweetheart.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, we're going to chop all this up. And we're going to put this in a saute pan. Look, I
Okay.
have another gadget. Hold on, let me show you. I love my own gadgets. Excuse me, Red.
Wow.
Let me get into the drawer.
It's
here.
okay. It's
You know,
okay.
I love gadgets. Look.
It's all right.
That's the only way.
Work with the gadgets, if nothing
I
else.
can scoop all this
Oh,
up.
that is really amazing.
Isn't that neat?
As opposed to just using your hands.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's what people who cook do sometimes. They actually use their hands for
Okay.
things like that.
All right. So we're going to. I guess I should have turned the.
It would help, yes.
It would have helped if I turned this on.
Again, she's not familiar with the stove or the refrigerator or anything like that would consist of actually making a meal for someone. But that's okay. She's learning. You're doing good actually so far.
I think I am.
You so far identified a pepper,
I did.
onions, chopping it up, and actually tofu, what it is, and how we crumble it up, change
I'm
the texture.
Actually, quite proud of myself.
You should be. Excellent.
So we have the onions
Just a little
and
more.
we have the green peppers in here. We're just going to saute this lightly.
Okay.
Can you smell it?
I can smell
really
it.
smells
It smells very, very good.
It really
very
does
proud of you
smell
so
good.
far. You're doing great.
It's very simple too to make. That's why I make this dish. When we have potlucks, this is the dish I bring because it's a
Speaking of
one-pot dish.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a one-pot dish and it's just very simple. I can
Although
make
you
it-
bring a single bowl for yourself, that kind of is disturbing when you have more people that might want to
Well,
eat.
that's another
Yeah,
story.
that's
We
okay.
won't go there. Okay, so we saute this for a little bit, and then we're going to add kidney beans.
Now that also adds more protein to
Exactly.
your dish, and we're using obviously fresh beans. And for those of you who don't have time to soak your beans overnight and then put them in a crock pot, which usually takes not a long time to prepare, you can use canned beans. Just please make sure that you drain them of all the extra starch, and it also gets rid of the sodium, the extra sodium that's in there.
Exactly.
And also look for canned beans that are low in sodium.
Exactly.
Watch that salt content.
Exactly.
Very important.
Alrighty, so you just mix all this up together. We are going to
I'll get rid of this for you.
some chili powder. Actually, it's a chili seasoning, but it consists of chili powder and then has cumin and all these other spices in it to make it a seasoning. So we're going to add that in there. And that's about a teaspoon. We are also going to put in here some cumin.
And just, in case you all are wondering, I know we haven't given you exact measurements for everything, but that's because we are encouraging you to visit our website where this lovely recipe that Lucy is making that we pray will turn out really, really good
is.
and
It
satisfy
is.
Debbie and her palate. You can find it on our website at www.eatinggood.org.
That's right.
Okay?
Okay. And if you can hand me the chicken style seasoning.
Chicken style seasoning. Can I just put that in there for you?
Put that in there.
Okay.
And then
excellent.
we have some cilantro. That's another.
That smells good too.
Ugh.
That is very good.
Yeah.
Now this is dried cilantro, but of course, if you want to feel adventuresome and do fresh, we always encourage using fresh herbs and spices.
Exactly.
And so feel free to buy your fresh cilantro. It's found in your produce section. Chop
But
it
you know
up.
me, I'm a girl on the go, so
Yes, I know. More gold
I like-
than anything.
if it's quick, I'll make it and use it. But I do check my label, so it was a pretty decent brand.
That's okay.
Okay, so now we're going to add diced tomatoes or stewed tomatoes. It's your pick. I don't like chopping up tomatoes, and I notice when I buy stewed tomatoes, sometimes they're whole.
Wow.
But I discovered diced tomatoes.
Oh,
They're already
amazing.
diced up. Less work for me to do.
And they're found in a
They're found in
supermarket.
a I
Supermarket.
was going to say they're found in a
Yeah,
can.
that's also part of cooking. In order to cook, you must go to a supermarket. Most of the time, that's important.
I do that about once a month.
Yeah. Because
I
other
go to
times
the
she's over at Debbie's house and my house eating everything that we've prepared.
Which is true.
That's
'cause
okay.
They're fabulous cooks,
Yes.
and I love their food.
So here's the thing. If you really feel adventuresome again, feel free to go ahead and, chop up your own tomatoes. But for, the sake of time, you can buy the prepared ones in the can. However, make sure, again, the sodium is low.
That's right.
You want to just make sure you just do that because otherwise you can become having an unhealthy, salty dish. We don't want to do that.
Exactly. And you notice I didn't add any salt in here.
No salt.
Because all of the seasoning is going to bring out the natural flavors of all of this. So there's like
Absolutely.
absolutely no salt, minimal salt in the canned tomatoes because I definitely make sure I, look at the labels
Absolutely.
on the back. So there you go. And it's pretty too. What I like about this dish,
All the
there's a
colors.
lot of color. And that